Hi, Orla here, and welcome to the Mompreneur Revolution training on nailing your ideal client. This is the last of our training videos in this topic, and we have covered a huge amount from looking at what's all the fuss about knowing your ideal client, what does it really mean to nail your ideal client profile, what do you really need to know and how to use this information. We've covered the role of human behavior and what this means in your marketing. And we've also looked at market sophistication, about how the mood of the market directly impacts how you promote you and your business. And in this training, we're going to look at positioning your business and creating new markets or niche markets to thrive in. So when it comes to positioning your business, we do this after we have done all of the other work in the earlier trainings. After we have become confident in the transformations or the results that we offer, who your ideal client is, after you have done some research into the fundamentals of human behavior and how this determines how you promote yourself, and the level of market sophistication your industry is in. Because as a recap, there are 5 levels to market sophistication, and they vary from 1, where there is little to no knowledge about your product or service or industry before you bring it to market, right up to level 5, where you're in a saturated market with lots of competitors. And really, there's little to distinguish you from your competitors other than the features that you stack on and on. And this is why industries like the car industry, the real estate industry, the food industry, holiday industries, we always see stacking of feature after feature after feature. Kids go free, all you can eat buffet, free sea view. These are features that are stacked on an all-inclusive holiday to help distinguish it from other all-inclusive holidays. And our job in positioning your business is to make you stand out from the crowd. It is to create new sub-markets for you to operate in. So when we look at how you are going to position your business, the first thing that we want you to do is determine the sub-market that you will operate in. And this will mean that you stand out from the crowd, you have got little to no competitors, and you're starting that market sophistication scale again. So rather than operate in a really busy market at market sophistication level 5, you will create a new sub-market and be one of the first in that industry and take it to market sophistication 1. What you will also do is you will also bring your personality into your business and avoid being vanilla. What that means is, if you're like Magnolia Paint, if you appeal to everyone, you actually appeal to no one. So we want to talk you through the pendulum of positioning that helps you determine how to bring your personality, how to take a stand in your business, and how to stand out from the crowd. So first of all, let's look at creating a new market or niche market. If the market you are in is saturated with lots of competition, then consider creating a new market. This can be done really quite simply. It can be done by breaking down your market to appeal to a new subset or niche. And it means you become number 1 in this market. So in the photo there, you can see the example on the top row. You take your industry, then you take a subcategory, which is where most people tend to operate. They tend to operate just in the subcategory. But we want you to drill it down even further and go one step along to create a niche and be number 1 in that market, or number 1 in your area in that market. So for example, business coaches. There's lots of business coaches out there. There's even more business coaches out there for women. And that's why I decided to create my own new sub-market where I would be helping mums grow their business around their children. You see, I'm still a business coach, and I'm still a business coach that works with women. I've just taken it one step further to create a new market for myself. Another example would be if you're a nutritionist and you decided to specialize in vegan food or plant-based nutrition. Well, that market's getting kind of busy right now as more and more people enter it. So you might decide that you specialize in raw vegan nutrition and you're taking it one step further. And what you'll notice when you're taking these niche is that you're going to strongly appeal to one market, but you're probably going to not appeal to quite a large amount of people, which can be tricky. Other examples I've seen work really well is with fitness instructors. You would have a fitness instructor that would appeal to women, and that's quite nice, but it's quite broad. But then you might have a fitness instructor that appeals to women who are recovering from cancer. I actually saw a request for that in a group recently where a woman came in and she's recovering from cancer and she wants to find a fitness instructor that specializes in helping people similar to her. And that's such a niche market, but when you consider the numbers and the rising rates of people who are going to have cancer in our lifetime, it's actually quite a strong industry to operate in. So, do you see what I mean there? If you're operating in an industry that's a subcategory, like for women, like vegan food, like a fitness instructor who helps women, like a makeup artist who works with brides, or a makeup artist who works with special occasions, you need to take it one step further. You need to take it one step along and you need to have another niche market. For example, you might be a cleaning company that operates with eco-friendly cleaning products. I'm seeing lots of those now, but maybe you want to go one step further and you might be a cleaning company where they make their own cleaning products and they leave them in the house. So there's all sorts of ways that you can break it down even more. And what that basically means is you create a new market with a smaller niche market, but it opens you up to more people who want exactly what you offer. The next thing I want to discover is the positioning pendulum. So imagine how you position yourself like a pendulum swinging from side to side to side. If you go too far in any direction, you're far too extreme for your customers. It's like politics. The extreme right and the extreme left, they're really much the minority and most people don't go there. But the middle is too vanilla and the middle doesn't really stand for that much. So you want to be either side of the middle, but not too extreme in the far right. So for example, in my industry, I work with mums who want to grow their business around their children. But I wouldn't say I work with mums who only want to work with their children coming to work with them, because that's not realistic for most people. And it's certainly not realistic for me. That would be too far in one direction. But the other side, I would never say that you have to pretend that you don't have children in your industry either, because that's too far. So you have to decide where you want to position yourself. And you have to take a stand and understand that it may mean that people don't quite get what you offer, but it also means that your followers will become stronger. So here are some examples I've taken. So we know massive amount of people are interested in cleaning products right now and those that are environmentally friendly. We're seeing all over Instagram, Instagram influencers like Mrs. Hinch. She's having a resurgence of Zoflora, Domestos, bleach. All of these products that we thought were dying out are getting this amazing resurgence. So Domestos, and she is positioning herself not too far in the extreme, but she's positioned herself just to one side where she's saying, I clean, I use lots of products with lots of chemicals in them, and I'm happy to use that. So that's one side. Then you might have other cleaning companies that are like, we don't like the bleach, we want to have something that's more environmentally friendly, so they create an environmentally friendly product like Ecover. But it's very seldom that you would have Ecover and Domestos competing for the same customer. It just would not happen. You either want an environmentally friendly product, so you choose Ecover, or you want something more traditional like bleach, so you'll choose Domestos. The decision is the consumer's. Another example is Greggs and Pret a Manger. So if you go to Greggs, I know they have become really popular recently with their vegan sausage roll, but it's still budget, it's still standard, it's still a certain side of the pendulum positioning for lunches and quick food. And on the other side of the pendulum is Pret a Manger. You know, Greggs soup about 80p, Pret a Manger is about £3.20. Greggs promote fastness, convenience, addictive taste. Pret a Manger promoting health, nutrition, colourful ingredients. So I know lots of people go to both Greggs and go to Pret a Manger, but if you're a lunchtime customer and you go to Pret every single day, you're probably not the same customer that will go to Greggs every single day and go to Pret on a treat. We looked at the political example earlier, but we think very far right and very far left probably won't have as much impact, thankfully, as someone like Theresa May or Jeremy Corbyn, who are just either side of the centre. And then lastly, we'll look at Gillian McKeith and Joe from The Body Coach. They have got two very different approaches when it comes to helping people lose weight and improve their body. Gillian McKeith's very direct. This is what you do. You have to eat very pure foods. We all know she spent most of the noughties examining people's poo, whereas Joe Wicks is completely different. He's totally laid back. He's about creating food that you really want to eat, but obviously about promoting moderation and exercise. So there we have it. That is the end of the training on creating new markets and positioning yourself. So it's all about asking yourself, is the market I'm in overly saturated? Are there too many competitors and I find myself getting bogged down with the competition? Worrying too much about what they're doing, what the competition are up to, and really cannot see a way of distinguishing yourself from them. If that's the case, remove yourself from that stressful situation and create a new sub-market. Go deeper into how you can help the consumers and just niche that little bit more. And once you do decide on that market, don't be afraid to take a stand. Don't be afraid to bring your personality into it and to say, okay, this is what I stand for. This is who I am. And this is me. And that's what's going to make you stand out from the crowd and especially get to know your ideal client more is you and your personality. Bye for now, Orla.